What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm serious. What the fuck?
Think about it. Now, not too hard. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh my God, guys. We're sobbing.
Do you know the GIFs on Tumblr that would run rampant? But I need you! You do the part so well!
Sing all the songs, and they stay on. I'm a fangirl, I'm a fangirl. We watch the show, that's how you know. I'm a fangirl, I'm a fangirl.
Fangirl Central. Fangirl Central.
Before we get into anything, welcome if you're new here. I want to say we are two Black, queer, chaotic sisters.
It's me.
We're
It's me. This
fangirls.
is the first time you're hearing my voice.
Yeah, that was Amber. I'm Amanda. I would like to say, if you have listened to these episodes, if you're new here, if you just think that this is something that's intriguing to you, we do have a Patreon and we produce the show completely on our own. We are not rich. We would love your support.
We would love your support.
If we've ever made you laugh or feel seen or heard or just enjoyed our content, please consider becoming a patron on our Patreon, patreon.com/fangirl
Support the chaos.
That's patreon.com/fangirl central. Anyway.
Okay.
Today is October 26th.
So that's the last Thursday in October, which means
I woke up at 8 a.m., came over to Amber's apartment, and we just watched the Our Flag Means Death season 2 finale. Now, that's not the first thing we're going to be talking about, but that's the headspace that we're going to.
that's what we're in. And that's why I'm wearing a hoodie.
And that's why I'm wearing Blackbeard's top that I wear, and I have worn. This is the 4th time, probably.
Mm-hmm. And it's never going to go away.
It's never going to go away. I just wanted to pay homage to Edward Teach, played by Taika Waititi.
Edward
We can't get into it yet.
Teach makes me sad.
If you're watching this on YouTube, my face is distraught.
And I'm smiling real big.
I mean, if you're not watching it on YouTube, my face is distraught. But like, go to the YouTube and then you can see that my face is distraught.
And I'm smiling real big.
But
it's a pain smile.
Guys.
Okay.
I'm just really upset. We can't
jump into it.
No. What should we start with? Well, first of all, update on the Archive of Our Own shipping bracket. Kirkspock won. That's right. Kirkspock won.
Wait, that kind of went out of left field.
They won. No, it did. No, I don't think it did.
Well, no, but from the last conversation we had, like, we didn't talk about them once.
Oh no, we didn't. But because I did mention them once, I was like, if you're gonna say respect fandom history,
right, you did say
respect
that.
Kirk and Spock.
Your eyeshadow looks amazing.
Thank you.
Sorry, y'all.
It's a little
high right now.
Same. It's a little bit of a mix of like when we record these episodes, probably one or both of us is high.
I just got high though.
I'm
having heart. I'm focusing on this.
Listen.
I'm listening. I'm here.
I'm about to get high. I'll probably get even higher than you because Amber has a higher tolerance than me, and I don't smoke. I just take edibles. But anyway, I love Kirk and Spock. I'm a big Kirk Spock shipper. Like I have a lot of respect for them. I have this Kirk Spock pin. You know what, David? I'm gonna take this off of you. Can you help me, Amber?
I just got back from my first physical therapy. My second physical therapy appointment, but I feel like this is the first one where we really were doing things and making progress. And I just felt my shoulder.
Okay, if you're
no
on
aligned.
if you're listening to this audio, I'm so sorry, but I'm showing my Kirk Spock pin that I got at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Look!
It's so good. It's so good. I also have my obsessed with Our Flag Means Death pin, and wait for it. You wear fine things well.
And look at that. And I have it on. Look at that. I have it on my sweatshirt as well.
Shout out to the Our Flag Means Death meetup that we did. We went to at San Diego Comic-Con. That's where I was Barbie Blackbeard. They really organized a great meetup for there, and they gave us those free pins. And
we got on a docked pirate ship.
They literally say you wear fine things well in both seasons. So I mean, you couldn't even ask for a better pin. But I just wanted to say that I'm really happy that Kirk Spock won because they like birthed this history of like slash fic and like shipping culture and fandom culture. Congrats to them. It's well earned. And you know what? There doesn't need to be any drama about it. I think we all can agree that Kirk Spock deserved the glory.
Yeah. I'm not a Trekkie. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, they do.
I'm not, but I'm happy for them.
I am like
I'm happy for them.
I'm like a fake Trekkie because I've only seen the original series and the original series movies and animated series. Like I have not seen anything that's not like the original cast. And everybody keeps telling me to watch The Next Generation. I'm like, yes, okay, I will. But I'm obsessed with Spock.
I wonder if I'm just like I wonder if I would like it now.
I don't know.
Do you crack at it?
Do you like campy stuff?
Yeah. I really just like never really watched. I've never watched it.
The original series is pretty entertaining to me. I think it's funny. I think it's camp. I think it's sci-fi. I think it's cool. I think it's neat. Or both of our parents love it.
That's true. Both of our parents love
Like, I think it's a cool. I like it.
You know what I also want to get into? I really want to go down a Greek mythology hole. Like, I really want to.
I fucking love Greek mythology.
Missed out on the family reading all the Rick Riordan books. Like, I'm like, maybe I should go back.
Oh my God, Amber, read Percy Jackson. What is up with you?
I got to page 37 in 8th grade.
Amber, literally read Percy Jackson.
I remember because I wouldn't book ear the book. I would just remember what page I stopped on. And for the longest time, it just was sitting on my heart. I was like, you still on Percy Jackson page 37. You're still on page 37 of Percy Jackson, and you need to go back and read it. And so I've always remembered that. And then by the time I went back to read it, probably like maybe 2017.
You need to go read. Amber, you would
I was like, I can't just begin at page 37.
Amber, you would love Percy Jackson. Like, it's literally like, what's wrong with you?
I know I would. And you know what? You know who we need to talk to about it? Tiana, because Tiana loves it too. Did you know that?
No.
She read the first book. She read the books and like loved it. You know what the truth is, y'all?
What?
There is a day that One Direction will come back.
Okay, violent.
And we have to stop
Violent.
living in
We were
denial
not
about
talking
it.
about that.
I know.
Well, we do have to live in a world where One Direction will come back.
We just
I
have to
agree with
stop
you. It was
denying
like,
it.
you need to set a warning before. Like, what?
Just let it sink in and be prepared. Because
I'm trying to let it sink. Hold on.
let me say this. There are Twitter accounts that are like, day 37,000 of One Direction not reuniting. Like what day we're on, like legitimately since the day of their hiatus.
Performance.
When they said since the day they said they were going on a 2-year hiatus. Yeah, their last performance. And I'm like, yeah, rack up those days because it's gonna keep track because it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening, and we're gonna be there, obviously. But like,
we can't live in denial.
Amber speaking to herself.
We have to admit it.
We have to admit it. Go back and look at Tiana's episode of the podcast. I mentioned this, and both of them said, Amanda, shut the fuck up. They said, Amanda, shut the fuck up. And I said, we have to face this. So Amber's talking to herself.
I am. Maybe so.
We have to face we have to face the facts. We are facing the facts, but we're going to Harryween this weekend, and I will be dressed as Louis. I will be dressed as Louis Tomlinson because we did do drag.
What day is it? It's the 28th. What day is that? That's Saturday.
No, it's on the 29th. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday night. We're going to be out in these streets on a Sunday night, and I'm going to be dressed as Louis Tomlinson in his iconic outfit.
I don't know what I want to be, but I want to do something like One Direction related, but not one of the boys.
Okay. I believe that you will do that. I believe that you'll figure it out. What if you just dress as Harry, like, now?
No, shut up. First of all, no.
Why? I could loan you my lasagna jacket.
No, wait. That's an idea, but that's
literally is.
That's an idea, but that's not I was going to say an idea, and I want you to hear it.
Okay.
One of the characters from the Best Song Ever video.
Oh, that's a good one. But which one? Zane?
Yeah, either Veronica or Marcel.
Your purple glasses look like Zane's glasses in that video.
Liam's would be the easiest
Marcel,
to recognize,
is that
but I don't want to be
Harry?
Leroy. Yeah.
I need to watch that. I haven't seen it
He's
in
wearing
a
a
really
sweater
long time.
vest and his glasses and bothering everyone.
Okay. We'll take pictures, and honestly, like this episode's gonna be coming out after Halloween, so we'll put them up on the screen.
Yes, here they are.
This is what we looked like at Harryween. Okay. I want to mention, because I said this to you,
yes,
but I have not obviously said it on the podcast, but I watched this movie that came out in 2005 called Casanova, starring this man, David Tennant, and written by Russell T Davies, who show ran Doctor Who seasons 1 through 4 and is now the showrunner again. And what did he do? The first thing he did when he became the showrunner again, brought back David Tennant. Okay. This movie, David Tennant is playing Casanova before this movie. I know, because I literally read it, but this movie got him the role of Doctor Who because of Russell T Davies, obviously, but like literally he's just playing the Doctor if he was horny. Like he's having sex with women left and right, and it really injured me. Look at me in my face. It injured me. I was having a problem. I was having multiple. He's making out with people. He made out with a black woman. And do you know that God is protecting me. The universe is protecting me, because if I had seen David Tennant make out with a black woman when I was 16,
it would be unbeknownst to us.
For me. It would be over for Amanda. It would be over for 16-year-old Amanda if 16-year-old Amanda saw David Tennant making out with a black woman.
Do you know the GIFs on Tumblr that would run rampant on your dashboard and through your mind?
It's just a bless. It's just a bless, because as we said in previous epissodes, we would just drop to the floor for any white British man.
Yeah.
And for me, it is forever and always David Tennant. And in high school, whenever I would see a white man or white like character like head over heels for a black woman, I was like, oh my God, I am obsessed with him. It's like he's hot and he thinks that somebody that looks like me is hot. Mm-hmm. It's like when Justin Bieber said that his celebrity crushes were Beyoncé and Rihanna.
Yes, I agree.
And so that wasn't even the central thing of the movie. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal to me now, but I just want to pay homage to myself 10 years ago. Because was a big deal. That would have been a big deal. And also I wouldn't have known what to do with my hormones back then. Like, I would have been like losing. Like, I literally,
like, what about now?
We just need to be thankful that I discovered this movie this year in the state that I'm at this year. I also finished Staged. I'll wrap up my little David Tennant update. I also finished Staged, which is, do you know what Staged is?
I don't know.
It's David Tennant and Michael Sheen playing themselves on Zoom during quarantine, like rehearsing a play, but they're like horrible asshole versions of themselves. And it's like a comedy and it's all on Zoom, and both of their wives are in it. And like, it's just really ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous, but it's like really funny. Yeah, it's scripted.
Oh.
But every season it keeps getting more and more meta. Like season 2, they're like, Sage season 1 was so good. Like, is that how you really are in real life? And they're like, oh no. But then it's back on Zoom. And then season 3 is like, oh, we're making season 3 of Stage, but we don't want to. And then it's like them arguing with each other. But I just finished it.
I bet I'd like that.
And I really enjoyed it. I think you would like it, Amber. Because they have a lot of chemistry. And it really helped me see that they don't even just have chemistry in Good Omens. They have chemistry with each other.
Yeah. Sorry, I just looked down and it looks like Stitch is looking at me. Oh, he's so cute. You know what I just had a flashback of? This is how you used to do as a kid. Do you remember? You would make the animals be so adorable. And he just died. I think that's when you grew out of playing with dolls and animals with our little stuffed animal family. I was like, but I need you. You do the part so well.
Oh my God, I forgot that I used to do that.
They were so cute. And remember the Laffy Taffy.
Yes, I remember Laffy Taffy.
And you bop you on the head.
Is it crazy that we called her Laffy Taffy, and Laffy Taffy is literally what you call an ass, and she had a huge ass? We had this cat. Her name was Taffy, and like she was really
named her
small.
That?
Our mother.
Was it Grandma?
It was probably Grandma, because it was our mom.
But that wasn't even the slang back then.
I think it was
Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, girl, shake that Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, you think that was slang back then because
I think it is because everything comes from the black community.
Oh, the candies. The candies have been around.
Somebody tell us, how long is Laffy Taffy? I don't know. But
Google it.
She didn't have any back feet. She was like permanently in loaf position. So she only had like her front paws, and then like the back was like just a loaf.
She was the cutest cat in the world. And if we can find her, where do you think she is? She's probably in a box somewhere.
We would have her bop I would have her bop Amber on the head with her butt, and she would bop other animals on the head, and she had a big attitude.
Yeah,
We made her
a whole personality. Like, you gave them such good personalities that I was like, it was like legitimately Toy Story. Like, I was like, if we left the room, they had their story.
Oh my God.
They had it.
You're right. I mean, we're storytellers. Like, I feel like everybody who was like
We had
a writer,
Rover and
like
Annie and Toto,
or actor is like, yeah, like I used to just entertain myself with my dolls, and like they literally had personalities and stuff, and I believed it. I literally believed it. Like with our My Scene dolls and stuff.
Me too. Like we like even with American Girl dolls,
drama.
we stepped it up with American Girl dolls. We got in an obsession where we would just get the catalogs and circle every single thing we wanted. We wouldn't get anything, but like
No,
y'all know that shit was expensive.
I thought we were gonna make a whole American Girl doll
I was like,
room.
we're just checking it off the list. Eventually, it'll get here. But you know what? That delusion kind of got me through the point of time where I wanted it. By the time I grew out of it and didn't have it, it didn't matter that badly.
Yeah, I wanted the car. I wanted the bathtub.
There was a car.
I wanted it to
Samantha's
look like
desk.
I wanted it
and
to
we didn't
look
even
like
have
the
Samantha.
American Girl store.
Me too.
Like
That place was incredible when we went there. We went there in 2006, the very first time we visited California, and I was 8, and Amanda was 10, and it was magical. We went to dinner there, and like they gave our dolls makeovers. Like they legitimately fixed their hair.
Right.
Lisa's hair had gotten a little kind of crazy.
Because I don't know how they did that.
I don't know how they did it either. But it's magic, and I would love to go back.
They probably do it a lot because honestly, like children probably like destroyed.
Imagine they just like
things.
give you a new doll.
Oh my God, do you think?
Because how much is
Oh my
it?
God, do you think they did that?
I don't know.
What if they like replaced her head?
Yeah,
Or like took her scalp off?
took her scalp. Yeah.
They probably just took her scalp off and like replaced
Can somebody
it.
do an American Girl place documentary? Thank you.
Thanks.
Tell us everything.
Okay, we're gonna get into Our Flag Means Death.
It's time.
It is the final Thursday of October. Our Flag Means Death is over for the season.
We don't know when it's coming back. It might be a year, which is really annoying to me.
It'll probably be over a year because
I'm annoyed.
the actor strike is still going on.
Right.
And I'm sure they wouldn't want to start like writing full-fleshed character stuff without knowing that they have the actors coming back, type deal.
I'm so stressed.
Let's not even think about the stress because I am confident that it'll come back. And you know why I'm confident that it will come back? I think that there are a lot of fans out there that are stressed and upset that this might be the end of Our Flag Means Death. But I want you guys to know that when we were waiting for a season 2 renewal, that is when we should have been stressed. That is when, because it was Max, like HBO Max was turning into Max. Warner Brothers Discovery was taking shit down off the platform. They were renewing things and then immediately canceling them, like taking it back. So even after renewal, like we didn't even know if it was ever going to air. Even when they were in production, we didn't know it was going to air. Even when they wrapped production, I was a little bit scared that they were just never going to air it because they did that with Minx or whatever that show is called. I think
Minx is coming back.
The one with Jake Johnson. Yeah, but on a different thing. And yes, it could have been.
Also, that's another thing. If something doesn't come back, keep on speaking about it. It might come back on a different platform.
Right. It could. Right. That's a thing that could happen. But anyway,
don't lose hope. Keep
Our flag,
the faith, baby.
Okay, I can't do that right now. Our Flag Means Death season 2 was way more popular than season 1. Way more significantly. They got write-ups in all the different magazines. Everyone is begging for it. Everyone's begging for it. Like the demand, it was like the most highly demanded comedy while it was on all of October. That is not to be taken lightly. It had higher demand than some seasons of Succession.
The fans really marketed that show then.
No, literally the fans marketed season 1. Like the reason that Max started marketing it is just because of the fans. So trust me this. We will get a season 3. And if we don't, you can call me a liar, but don't be worried about it.
Don't be worried about it.
Also, we waited. Well, Amber didn't wait.
I didn't wait a thing, and that's why I'm upset because it's gonna be.
Well, I thought it was a great ending.
It is a good ending. It is a good ending.
Like,
there are gonna be some spoilers.
We had to. We had to wait a year and a half after Steve left Ed. This wait will be easier.
Did you say Steve?
Did I say Steve?
I think so, because I thought you were about to start talking about Captain America, and I was like, whatever.
Not me calling Steve. Steve. Guys.
What I'll say,
Now I'm getting high.
Speaking about his name, I was really in my feels one night. I was really sad one night, and I also couldn't find my my nightcap
So hard.
before I was going to sleep, and I go, "Where's my
Your
bonnet?"
nightcap?
Yeah, I wanted to wait to say the word bonnet. And so I said, I was standing in my room, and I was like really sad already. I was like, "Where's my bonnet?" And it was right after we had watched like 4 or 5, one episode, whatever episode where they had it, and I was like, I immediately just started crying. Because I meant my bonnet, but then I started thinking about Ed. Blackbeard kills me.
No, like
Like, he is so...
guys. Now I'm high. I love seasons. I mean, I love episodes 4 and 5.
Let's walk through episode 4 and 5.
Because that's when Ed was so angry at Stede. He was like, "You're not a fucking merman," and he gets off the
Ew, he wasn't
the boat,
well. He,
and,
like,
and
literally
he was
was not
so
mentally well
mad.
still.
Like, he called the bunny a wolf.
Yeah.
Like, and then he meets his old friends, the lesbians. His friends, the lesbians.
Oh, yeah.
And
that
then
is, okay, right.
Stede is like, "I wasn't looking for you," and he was like, "Yeah, whatever." And they're acting like,
Yes, that is that was a captivating episode because it was
and
just
they
like,
made up.
yeah.
Because then they made up and in the woods, and like, oh my god, I watched those scenes so many times when they were like their fight on the couch, and then
I need to go back and watch 4 and 5.
y'all, it's like when Stede is about to say "I love you" and Ed's like, "Don't."
Yeah.
And I'm like y'all need to.
And he's like, he's like it. That's not he. Okay, the way Blackbeard is so like don't. Because he knows, he's like, no, don't even fucking say it. I cannot handle that.
No.
And then jumping to episode 8, when he left, 7, he was like, I can't do this.
No.
This, I have to go.
He's having like problems.
Yeah, he's like, I can't do this.
Which is why I said he's a Gemini.
Yeah, because
he
I
flips
was like,
back and forth really fast.
yeah, he's all or nothing.
Like, he literally like is so angry at Stede, and then he forgives him right away. And then he's like, "We need to go slow." And then he has sex with him. And then he's like, "That was too fast. I'm leaving." And then he comes back and he's like, "Sorry, I was a dick." Amber's a Gemini, by the way.
I feel for Ed.
I mean,
now I want to say something about him. All I'm saying is he's moving how his brain truthfully is telling him to move.
I know.
Because he said, "Oh no, I don't feel good." And I really liked that one time I caught a fish. Okay, bye. I had to and then he's over there bothering those people. like how long has he been bothering those fishermen? He's like, pop. What I said, that's literally like the fight we had the other night. I was like, what I said was not, I was trying to do something nice. I was trying to get us somewhere. He's like, I'm gonna quit calling me Pop.
he's like, "We're not simple. Stop calling me simple." And he's like, "What did I say?"
And then he was like, "You don't do anything around here." And he tried to pick up the fish and then dropped it. And it's like really not his fault. He can't do it.
No.
And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
honey."
Yeah, and I relate because my Venus is Gemini, and so in the ways of like romance and like relationships, connections, that's also how I act. So just a poor boy.
I really love. I don't know how Taika Waititi is playing him.
YTT.
What did I say?
Waititi.
I said Waititi.
Yeah.
I said Taika. I said actually. I feel like I actually didn't even pronounce Taika right. I think I said Taika Waititi though. I think I said Taika Waititi.
It's Taika
Waititi.
YTT.
That's what I said.
No. The emphasis is on Y.
Taika Waititi.
No.
Taika
You're saying
Taika Waititi.
yes.
Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi.
Yes. No, I used to say it that way as well.
Taika
but
Waititi.
that's how he says his name. And I want to pronounce it right.
Yes, that's right. Speaking of him, Taika Waititi, he pisses me off. I just don't know how he's playing Blackbeard, but he's doing something that is just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. Like, that's what we just watched What We Do in the Shadows, the movie. Amber just watched it for the first time. And like the whole movie, I was like, how is that?
What is he doing?
How is that the same guy?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but how in 10 years, like, how was I supposed to know he's going to play the hottest character I've ever seen in my life? Like, hottest, most nuanced, most interesting, like
his wig, his hair is amazing.
And he's such a good actor, but like, I
don't even know what to say.
The subtlety
the subtlety. It's like the subtlety. I'm just like, why did you deliver the line like that? And how? And who are you?
Like, I don't understand either. Like, I actually think this is a very valid point that we need to bring to the table, because what the fuck? Because no, I'm serious. What the fuck? Taika.
I just like the way he mumbles clearly. He mumbles clearly.
Wow.
It's a big document.
Look at the different sizes of the fonts. There's big ones to lure you in, and then all these tiny little ones. That's where all the tricks are.
Like, and
Let
it's
that
like,
sink in.
Yes, now think about it. Like, he's mumbling, but you can clearly hear what he just said. And it's so quick, but it's like the clearest statement.
And it's said with such passion, like such like
what is
emotion, and like you can hear everything he feels and means when he says anything. And
what is his background in acting?
He literally like has never had lessons. That's what he's taught. That's what he has said
That's
before.
what
It's like he's never taken
like,
acting lessons. He's
he's
only
just,
ever
what is he
been in
doing?
his own stuff.
It's his instinct.
And he's just like, yeah, like whatever.
Because he knows like whatever.
It's making me insane.
He's so
It's
like
making me
it's just
insane.
he's just like so interesting to watch.
The way that he play, like in the first season,
And when
he's
he-
having
shit.
he like literally doesn't even know what passive aggression is, and like Stede has to tell him what it is, and then cut to season 2 when he's ignoring Stede in episode 3 with the lesbians, and he's like, and Stede's like, I wasn't looking for you, and he's like, you can do whatever you want, you pretty good at that anyway. And it's like he's mastered the art of passive aggression.
Oh my god.
And like, how is he playing it so well? I don't understand. He's playing like he's like angry. He just died. His boyfriend is back and he hates him, but he's also obsessed with him. Like, he literally just saw him as a merman, and you're telling me that you didn't want to see him?
Yeah. He's angry with how he's feeling. He's angry
Yes.
with, he's like he's sitting and angry with how he's feeling because he is mad at him still, but he also like was very thankful that he came, and he just had he just had that vision, and so he's like, you saved my life. He had been like begging anyone around him to save him somehow.
Right.
Bring Stede back. That's the only way. Like, that was subconsciously all he wanted. And so now it's happened. Or die. But like, I also think that I don't think he wanted to die. I think he really wanted Stede back. And that happened. But then he's like, what the fuck did you do that for? Like, where the fuck did you go?
Right. And then he's like,
now he's mad.
He's mad.
But he's
and also
like,
he went back to Mary. Like, he went back to his wife.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fuck. Like, no.
Yeah.
Fuck this. Anyway, I loved those 2 episodes because I love them coming back together, and then how like awkward they are in the forest, and Stede's like, do you want to come back to the boat, to the ship? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, great. I just love it. I love it. And then and episode 5 when they're just all like together. Should we get into the finale?
Yeah. Well, wait. What happened in the 7th episode that made us cry? I can't remember. That made me cry.
You cried when... Oh, you started crying when Stede killed Ned Lowe.
Yes! My notes here. I have notes. Oh, God. First of all, the line when Blackbeard was like, I don't respect you enough to kill you. You're not worth the poison. I was like, oh... he's gained some respect. He's gained some self-respect. He just
Yeah.
said, absolutely not.
And he said, and he was trying to turn poison into positivity, like
Right.
Stede said.
Right. And then Steve, he said, don't killing Cloba, you can't come back from it. Steve did it. And Steve turned into like a mini asshole.
Yeah, like he literally, you started sobbing because of Ed's face, I think.
Yeah, because he was just like, he
was like, don't do it.
It also kind of reminded me of like Twilight, where Edward's like, you don't want to be a monster.
Yeah. He's like, you can't become a sinner like me, Bella.
Yeah.
I can't have your soul go be damned, just like my soul
And
be
Bella's
damned.
like,
And she's like, you don't get a say in what my soul does. You don't get a say what I do with my soul.
stop. Like literally, I think Steve is genuinely pissed off that he tortured Blackbeard and his crew.
Yeah, and he
he's
literally
like,
he literally insulted Ed. That's why he that's
Right.
what triggered it. It was he insulted Ed.
And then yeah, they're each other's weak spot. That's what I wrote. And then I said, Ed is so hot, I'm over it. That's what I wrote. I'm so over it.
As soon as because I watched it last week, Amber just watched it this morning, and as soon as Stede grabbed Ed, Amber, you literally said that. You literally went, I'm over it.
Wait, there was another point where I threw the clipboard. He said something and it pissed. Oh, he said something.
What did he say?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Izzy singing when he was
Levy
singing.
on Rose.
Yeah, I thought
When Izzy was singing.
that was really beautiful. He was healing himself, and I think he was really like healing himself. He was soothing the fuck out of himself. And also Black Pete and Lucius are cute with those knives. I said that because they were funny, because like they were like, we need to get a plan, and they were like, okay, well, we definitely need more knives.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, more knives.
Taika's kids were in it.
Oh my God.
That just goes back to the scene of like how he presents things. Like I'm just, like that scene when he was like, he has a knife and you have a knife and be careful with that and slash. And like I'm like, what?
That was so cute.
Get out of here.
Get out. Literally get out. I like the chemistry between Ed and Stede is like going to kill me. It's going to kill me. Like when I need to tell everybody that I watched Stede grab Ed and slam him against a wall like over and over and over and over and over.
God.
Like over and over and over and over and over.
The fireworks were a nice touch. Like that, they always use fireworks, but the way that it like coincided with the actual party in the episode, it was a nice touch.
Now I want to get into I have to get into because I cannot talk about it without this.
Okay.
The full body chills I got when they reunited on the beach.
Stop.
The full body, and they kissed twice. They kissed twice.
The parallel of it being their dream, or the dream sequence, like on it, like killed me.
Literally,
I was like, oh, you've done it.
Oh, you've done this. And literally Ed says, I love you twice, not once, but twice. And then he's about to kiss him again. He's about to kiss him a third time. And then Zheng is like, guys.
Hello? Yes, Zheng. Speaking of Zheng, we've been like, why does she look so familiar this entire time? Finally went to IMDb. Don't know why we hadn't done it before. She's the girl from the Broad City episode where Abby gets her phone stolen. She's the one who stole her phone. And I just like,
she's like, Central Perk. Where's Central Perk? No, not. And they're like, Central Park? And she's like, Central Perk. You know what Central Perk is? She's like drunk the whole time.
I like it clicked. I was like, oh, that is that.
She's so fucking funny in that episode. She's really funny in this show too. Like she is so funny in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like the finale, and how like she's literally depressed. And Stede is like, come on, we gotta get out of here.
That was another time when I cried when her auntie was like, I'm proud of you, and she said thank you.
Yeah, that was really, really sweet.
I started sobbing. I was like, get out of here.
Really sweet. Like just a bunch of people healing.
Yeah.
All at once.
It was a good finale.
Like I thought
it was a well-rounded finale.
Such a great finale.
I can wait however long.
Oh my God. The shot of Ed coming out of the ocean after he put Blackbeard back on, he said Stede is in danger. I have to go do what I'm good at and be Blackbeard right now. And he fucking came out of the ocean. I was like, they didn't do this.
I stopped breathing.
They absolutely did not do this. This is what they're doing?
I said, what the fuck is he?
He's coming out of the ocean like looking like
Baywatch?
Poseidon, like
It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. And then he killed those two guys and read Stede's notes, and he was crying. He was crying. You wrote me a lovely letter.
He said that. What did he say? He said that was lovely or something.
He said, "This is lovely."
Oh my God!
And they reunited and they kissed twice, and they said and he said I love you twice, and then they fought with each other along side by side, and then they got everybody out, and like everybody's working together.
Everybody's working together. They create an alliance, and it was beautiful. Now, I don't even want to talk about the end.
We have to.
So, I don't want to.
The way that last episode we talked about Ed's inability to recognize that people love him. Oh God, I can't do this. And him.
Oh,
my
no.
God. I can't.
Oh my goodness gracious. Izzy hands.
I loved Izzy this season. Like, I loved him. I did not like him at all season 1.
Neither did I.
I know a lot of people, like, that was their favorite character. They were like the Izzy stans. I didn't like him at all. I was like, he's irritating. He's annoying. He's getting in between Ed and Stede. This season, he was amazing. He was funny. He went through a full arc, like, with Ed and Stede.
On the first episode, she said he's about to have an amazing arc this season.
Yeah.
She called it.
Yeah.
And he did. And he had his stallion leg.
And he learned to let himself be loved too by the crew before Ed did.
And he recognized and he apologized.
And the crew like stood up for him and like welcomed him as one of their own. And then he allowed himself to do drag, like to be like outwardly queer and not just like internalized homophobia. And so when he was dying and Ed was like, "You're my only family,"
and he was like, "Stop."
And then he was like, "Everybody." Oh my God, guys. We were literally sobbing. And then he was like, "All these people are your family." And that's exactly what we said Ed didn't want to accept in the first episodes. And he said, "You and me are Blackbeard." He said, "I wouldn't let it go." Because we both are Blackbeard. Like, Blackbeard's you and me together, but I wouldn't let you let it go. And now you can let it go and just be Ed, because all these people just love Ed.
Oh, and he said, "I'm sorry that I like hesitated. I like prolonged your journey to get here."
Yeah. He was like, "I did it purposefully, all like over and over. I can't." And Ed was sobbing. He was sobbing. And I saw this on Twitter just a couple hours ago, but in the first season when he like triggers him into becoming Blackbeard again, he says, "There he is," and like puts his hand on his face and he slaps it away. And then when Ed starts sobbing and he goes, "You can just be Ed," Ed starts sobbing and he says, "There he is. That's Ed."
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible.
Here we are just sobbing. We are both just sobbing over Izzy hands. We should put a spoiler alert.
Him. And also the auntie singing. I was just glad that they were able to get him back to the boat and have that moment, and it wasn't a lost body.
Yeah.
And like they were able to like give him, like hold him.
Yeah. I'm so upset. Like, I still haven't processed it. And I'm upset. I'm not mad at the writers for doing it. I saw a lot of people getting really angry.
It was good.
It would have been, you know what this show would have been 10 years ago is that Izzy would have been the only gay character. Ed and Stede would have been a friendship journey, and Izzy would have been unrequitedly in love with Ed, and then they would have killed off their own gay character, their only gay character. So like, that's not what this is. Every single character on this show is queer, basically. There are a lot of different queer narratives, and Izzy's was one of them.
Oh.
And it was unfortunate, but he got to heal and he got to have a redemption arc.
We did see it.
Well, this is the first time we've sobbed on the podcast.
You know, I don't think it would be about pirates.
If someone told me that, I wouldn't be surprised.
I just really have I haven't even fully watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
There's a
I'm not a pirate
I
gal.
feel like you yeah, I definitely appreciate the show because it's like a satire of pirate media. Like especially season 1. Season 1 I was like, this reminds me so much of Pirates of the Caribbean, but like if it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, which is
and
kind of
funny.
like What We Do in the Shadows and Vampires.
Right, exactly. Like What We Do in the Shadows reminds me of Twilight in the way that it just reminds me of all vampire media. Like it's like making fun of all vampire media.
Right.
It's really good. It's really good. And I hope we can get a season 3. The way Ed also looked at Stede when they were watching Pete and Lucius get married. Oh God, I need a tissue. I can't breathe. God damn it. I just want a season 3.
Me too. What were you saying? You cut yourself off.
The
Wait,
way
Ed-
that Ed looked at Stede when they were getting married was just like they want
you
to
did
get
finish.
married.
I just was like, hi. Stop. This is ridiculous.
Honestly, I've been seeing people also say, "Oh, what am I gonna do with my Thursdays now that Our Flag Means Death is off?" I'm honestly been a wreck every single Thursday in October, and it's great to get a break. I'm sorry, it'll be good to get a break. I've been a mess every Thursday,
I'm definitely
and
gonna
especially
watch,
the Fridays.
I'm definitely gonna watch season 1 and 2, like really like binge it like in a few months.
I've
few
literally
weeks.
like been on Tumblr and Twitter like for hours and hours, way too many hours looking at Our Flag Means Death content. It was the same with Good Omens. It's the same with this, and I need a break. There needs to be a break in this.
And Fiend. That's what the finale of things honestly
Should do. It should leave you satisfied. The Good Omens finale did not leave me feeling satisfied. However,
it depends
was pretty good.
on the show.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to leave you satisfied because what it should do is just
Make you
just
think.
leave you at that.
Make you feel.
Yes, and you say okay, and we wait till it comes back,
We need.
and then you take a breath,
Yeah.
fresh air.
I'll say that I wasn't disappointed in the end of season 2 of Good Omens, and I know you haven't seen it, but like I feel like usually with fan reactions, sometimes they're like, "Fuck the showrunner,"
Yeah,
like "Fuck the showrunner." And there's 2 different types. It's like, "Fuck the showrunner. How the fuck dare you make me feel like this?" Which is how I feel, but it's honestly joking, and it's
You're right.
obviously like. I'm really glad that you've made
like
me
thank
feel
you
that
for
I like
releasing.
invested.
Feel. Thank you for making me feel
so hard. And then there's "Fuck the showrunner," like this shouldn't have happened. This is bad writing because of this, and this. And that honestly annoys me specifically about IZZY because people are like, I can't believe like they let him heal and like have this redemption arc and then killed him off. And it's like, that's
Well,
like
he
a
needs
very
to be-
cynical way of looking at like what a story does for
Yeah,
you.
or how life is because
like how life is.
like he got to a really healthy point in his like or a healing point. He was healing himself and like he was ready.
Yeah, it was
It was a very like
that is how life is. And also like, wouldn't you like to heal before you die? I mean, it's not like I feel like it would have been tragic if they killed him like in episode 3 when we thought he died.
Right.
But like he got to heal, and also like stories don't exist for all the characters to be happy.
Yep.
And like have perfect lives. Like stories exist to tell us things about ourselves and our lives, and like the way that his arc was laid out, I think was extremely beautifully written. Like including his death. I think that it was like made sense that it was happening and made sense that it happened in this finale and made sense given where Stede and Ed were in all of their stories. And I would just caution people to like fans to think about like their reaction to media. Just because it makes you feel upset doesn't mean that like it was bad.
Yep.
I love to cry in pain and joy at the things that I love. That's what being a fangirl is all about, I think.
Speaking of crying and joy, I watched Jimmy Kimmel surprise his kids with Olivia and Rodrigo on the way to school.
Oh my God.
Like he picked her up like, and little Jane, his daughter, was like, I was sobbing at this video because Jane was singing these songs with her, and it was like she was having the time of her life, and I was like, oh my God, it was like her Hannah Montana. I was like, this child. And then when they parked, Jimmy was like, is there anything else you want to say to Olivia? And she, she hadn't said much because she was shy, but she just threw her arms around Olivia, and like Olivia was like, oh, and like she was shocked, and the baby just threw her arms around her because she was like, what else are you gonna do? This is your idol. She just sang. She sang Ballad of a Homeschool Girl and what's the other one? Get Him Back with the babies.
That's so sweet. I love.
She was so starstruck. She's such a, when tiny little kids are
fans.
starstruck. It's the
Yeah.
cutest thing in the world
because it's pure.
It's so
it's
pure.
like it's just pure. It's nothing. It's not like they don't want anything. Like they're not trying to like. I don't know. They're not trying to do anything. They're not trying to get anything from you. They're just like.
Which is why a lot of celebrities who are paparazzis are always like who might have a rep of being rude are always actually particularly nice to kids. Like I'm thinking of Justin Bieber. There's
Right.
a compilation of Justin like being very nice to random like small kids who shout him out.
You know who's good at that?
Who?
Daniel Radcliffe. I just mentioned him because we just watched his lie detector test with Jonathan Groff.
It's funny.
I was laughing the whole time, and I forgot about him because he's just never really in the public eye. But that's not true. He's just private. I say that to mention we still haven't told the time that we met Daniel Radcliffe, but when we did meet him, he was like, I've never seen someone as good at signing that many things that fast, and it's because he's Harry Potter. Yes, while having genuine conversations and connecting to people and looking people in the eye. I was like actually almost speechless because of that.
Yeah.
Not obviously it was because it was Daniel Radcliffe,
He
but
was like
he
catching
literally
every single
like
conversation
was responding to everybody that had anything to say to him
and
signing everything.
His head was like
outside.
wow.
He literally immediately
Like,
there were
full
so many
reactions.
people. And I bet because he's had years and years and years and years and years of children coming up to him and approaching him.
Well, okay, I was just thinking because he's on Broadway with Jonathan Groff, and clearly Jonathan is obsessed with him. Clearly he like had a Harry Potter phase. That's what I was picking up. Is that what you were picking up in that video? He kept on keeping the pictures.
Yeah.
Like I know that might be just a joke or whatever, but he probably genuinely
he
grew up
loves
with Harry
him.
Potter and is obsessed with it. Like,
Yeah.
like this is fucking America.
No, he loves him. Well, when he was like, was I your favorite part of Hamilton? And Dan said yes, and it wasn't a lie. He was like, Dan, you've never told me that. Dan's like, oh, have I not?
Yeah, okay, but I just
No, you're right.
All to say, like, he probably goes to work and it's like he probably goes to like dinner with Daniel and is just like, this is Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's probably weird.
What to do when you are friends with Harry Potter?
Like working with him every single day, all day.
He's Daniel Radcliffe. He's done a lot of other things. He's on Broadway all the time. But like at the end of the day,
He grew up
to
with us.
Everyone in the world,
Yep.
his face.
Yep.
When he was small is like Harry Potter.
There was a giant picture of him as Harry Potter.
The most famous
in Beijing when I went in 2018. Like I say that to say like Harry Potter had been off for almost a decade.
Yeah, like he's never going away. It's like Santa Claus.
Yes, it's like
Harry
Santa
Potter
Claus.
has the same recognition power as Santa Claus because it's like the same amount of like level of household name.
Yeah.
At this point, everyone knows glasses, lightning bolt is Harry Potter.
And Jonathan Groff. You know, you're right. I'm going to rewatch that. I've seen it twice. I've seen the video twice. And I'm going to rewatch that video. I'm going to rewatch it because I want to watch it with that lens because, yeah, he's probably fangirling. I didn't realize that that's probably what it was because he's worked with him for so long now and known him for a while. But he is delighted. Like, he keeps laughing very, very hard.
Like, think about it. Now, not too hard. Don't hurt yourself. But think about it.
I mean, yeah, like,
what if you work with like someone who is just like so viscerally that? Like, stop. Don't look back.
I just looked at David Tennant again.
I was thinking because I don't know why this crossed my mind, but I was thinking like, what if one day I am talking to Niall like for maybe every day for a week?
Stop.
That's weird to me because sure I know he's just a man, but he's also the blonde one from One Direction that I used to watch the compilations on YouTube for.
Yeah, but like you will look at him in the face and he'll be older and
also,
have like
see,
hair,
this is
facial hair and brown hair. Doesn't look like he did when he was in One Direction, but like it's like this is
him.
Niall.
This is him.
And I'm talking to him and but the thing is also when you meet someone like that, they're not the person that you knew.
No.
Like you know the public image of them intimately, and that's a different person than the one that they are, like
or
in
ever
real life.
were. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, we can say that, but I also do think that a separate thing emerges. It's literally, I'm gonna relate it back to our Flag Means Death. It's literally like Blackbeard versus Ed. Like Blackbeard does exist, but it's not Ed. Blackbeard exists in the minds of everybody, but it's not who Ed is. And the version of Niall and all the One Direction boys.
Well, Harry Potter and Daniel Radcliffe is better examples
exist
to go.
I mean, yeah, but like I also think about like Lady Gaga and Stephanie Germanotta,
Right.
Like or
Hannah Montana.
or Beyonce
and Beyonce, Sasha Fierce and Beyonce,
but
Beyonce and Beyonce
and Beyonce,
like that's her name,
and like Miley and Hannah. And I was talking this with Alex because I think that I think it's really smart to create the public image of you and name it something different, because then that makes it easier to differentiate between you for real, the real you, and the public you. I think a lot of celebrities and famous people, and like this season of Our Flag Means Death was talking about success and like the dangers of success, and it's like, what do you want with success and fame, and like what do you get with it, and all this stuff. Like I'm not trying to be controversial, but I think artists like Taylor Swift struggle with differentiating between the public version of her and her. Like I think that she sees the public version of her as her. And so whenever anyone makes a joke about her or makes fun of her, she internalizes it and takes it really, really personally. But at the end of the day, we don't know her. Like, I don't know Taylor Swift. I know her public image and I know what her public persona is, but I also know that she has intrinsically linked the two and she can't tell the difference. Alex said this and it blew my mind, because I was like, when I watched Lady Gaga's documentary, I was like, oh, Lady Gaga is just a normal person, and she knows that, and she knows that Lady Gaga is not a real person. Like Lady Gaga is Stephanie Germanotta. Like Stephanie Germanotta is a real person, and like Lady Gaga she created her, and she is who she needs to be up on that stage. And when she's like introducing Bad Bunny, like that's Lady Gaga. Fuck, that's motherfucking Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's genius because it's what drag queens and kings do.
I mean, it's just an alter ego.
It's like an alter ego, and it makes you more confident.
And
like
everybody who know enough about Beyonce know that she genuinely, when she's on stage, is Sasha Fierce. Like, there will be like, there she is. There's Sasha Fierce. But then there'll be moments where like, that's Beyonce.
Right.
When she was like, I watched a clip where her sunglasses fell off, and she did the smallest little recognition in her face that something happened, but it was like, that's Beyonce. And
I think that I also said in this conversation, I think that like Beyonce created Sasha Fierce to help her with her stage presence and like who she is when she starts to sing, because there's that video, I can't remember like which era it was in, but there's a video of her singing a song, and it was like a song that like pissed everybody off when it came out. Like I think it was during the 2000s, and it pissed off like the whole, like everyone, like the elders in the Black community were like, who she thinks she is, and like other artists were like, oh damn, she really thinks she's something. And it was like, it was just like, I don't remember what song it was. I somebody tell me if you know. I don't remember what song it was, but it was like, it was just like whatever in like, think about any Beyonce song, like I'm the shit, I'm that bitch, I'm like blah 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 blah, like
Diva?
No, it wasn't Diva. It was something, I don't remember what it was, but she was in the booth recording it, and she was like laughing like normal to like the producers in like the documentary, and then she started singing. She's like like
Partition.
No. It was before. It was in the 2000s. It was before Beyonce self-titled. Okay. Amber, you're not gonna know what it is. I've seen that clip.
It
was a single of something that like wasn't one of her.
Ring the alarm.
No, it wasn't a main single like
clip,
that.
Though.
No.
I've seen the clip.
Ring the alarm is about a man.
I know, but no. What I'm saying is like, I know I'm not gonna guess it, but I've seen the clip you're talking about. I can picture it, but I also can't hear what the song is.
I believe you. But I just say all that to say that I think she created Sasha Fierce to help her with that. And now she doesn't really need Sasha Fierce anymore. She just needs like the public version of Beyonce. Like I think she used that to train herself how to like be fierce on stage like that. And then like is not public anymore. So she can just be Beyonce on stage, and then she can just be
she can afford
regular
Beyonce
in her private life. And like, I think that's interesting in relation to Stede meeting Ed and like not even realizing he was Blackbeard the first time you met him. like being like, do you work for Blackbeard? And he's like, yeah, I guess I do. Like, you could say that.
the fuck
And he doesn't
up.
realize he's Blackbeard until way later. And then he's kind of like, oh my God. Like if he had realized he was Blackbeard immediately,
talk
he would have
different.
been like way different. But then he acts all weird. And he's like, you don't think Blackbeard thinks I'm a fool? That Blackbeard probably thinks I'm a fool. And he's like, nah, he didn't know. It's like, no, it's probably fine.
I'm probably not thinking about you.
And
Cut to.
just like the ups and downs of having an alter ego
Mm-hmm.
that protect you.
Yeah.
Because I've been thinking about that a lot. I mean, we've become more public. Like
I
I
just
just
think
put
when
all
we-
my thoughts online, and it's just
think,
like,
yeah, when like, and especially like when it comes to going on stage, it's like just you know what a stage presence looks like that you enjoy watching when you're in the audience.
yeah,
Be that just for 20 minutes or however long your set is.
yeah. And then on the flip side, it's like making an alter ego makes it so that they're judging the alter ego. They're not judging you because they don't know you.
Yeah.
It's like Tom Holland
Exactly.
being like, if you have an opinion on me, text me, and if you don't have,
Yeah, and I think Tom Holland had his own
My
little
number, like, then you
life
don't know
lesson
enough.
with that because he, as we've said earlier, was chronically online, and then I think he was like, "Oh wait, I'm losing my sense of self."
yeah, like you don't need to base your opinion on yourself off the opinion that the world has of you because they don't know you.
Yeah.
Like the world cannot get to know you.
Mm-mm.
You can't know more more than like I
You
think
can do
it's
as
like
many
20
GQ
people.
interviews as you want, but it's like we will know that version of you on that day for that minute.
Yeah. So with people like Beyonce and Lady Gaga, I think they do it really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just normal people, but like when Lady Gaga gets on stage, it's like that's fucking Lady Gaga, and like you can't even touch her.
Yeah.
And Ed created it, but then it was like then it got toxic because
Yeah.
then he would like do things that maybe he was regretted or like didn't
Resonate with just because of
Yeah.
the name Blackbeard,
right.
because of the title and the image of it.
And also it's like, well, Stede loved Ed, so I'm not going to be that person that Stede loved or like became friends with. He didn't know that he loved him until he read those
Yeah.
goddamn letters.
Yeah, I said Taika Waititi pisses me off.
I mean, I think that like several times a day.
That was the last note I had on the series.
Taika pisses me off. Reese pisses me off. The whole rest of the cast pisses me off. Amber said that she saw Frenchie at a bar a year ago and like didn't even fucking tell me.
Kelsey and I were out with our friend group, and like she said, "Do you watch Our Flag Means Death?" That's one of the pirates. And I think I'd only seen like 3 episodes and didn't pay attention because it was back then, like that era, where I was like, I'll watch it eventually. But I swear I texted you. I swear I texted you.
You didn't tell me which one it was though. Like you didn't know who it was.
Okay.
Or I don't know if you texted me. I don't think you did.
I swear.
I don't think you did. I didn't realize that Amber was there when they saw Frenchie, but he was at a bar that we frequent, and he's so hot. Like Frenchie, you got to be kidding me. I want to say shout out. I want to have Calypso's birthday party.
Oh, that's
I wanna
a good
throw
idea.
that. Like,
That's what
even
I
if-
said. Next year at Comic-Con, I was like, they're probably gonna do that party on the boat at night.
I wonder if they could get it because I bet that boat is very exclusive and probably more expensive at night. But you know, we should think about throwing a boat party.
No, I'm not getting on a boat.
Amber, in docked.
Okay.
You got on a boat.
I'll get
There's
on a docked
footage.
boat. I thought you meant setting out to sea.
Okay, lunatic.
I won't do.
You know what I
that.
watched again last night? The H2O pilot, and it really reminded me of Our Flag Means Death
Aww.
because they go out to sea. And they're mermaids.
As much as I love mermaids, I hate boats.
I love mermaids.
I love mermaids. Don't ask me to get on a boat.
I'm excited to watch Barbie Mermaidia and see how much it reminds me of Our Flag
Me
Means
too.
Death too.
Y'all, you heard it here first. There is a huge. Should we say?
Well,
No.
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 All we'll say is that we're rewatching all the Barbie animated movies
So
in order.
yeah,
That's all we'll say.
just know that that's what we're up to lately. We are the champions, my friend.
Oh, that's right. The champions of watching Barbie movies.
Can I
and movies that remind us of the sea.
Wait, listen, sing with me. In the south, wait.
In
There's
the
a city.
Southland.
In the
Southland.
Southland, there's a city way down by the river, where the women are very pretty, and all the men deliver. We got music, it's always playing. Start in the daytime, go all through the night. And when you hear that music playing, it will make you feel alright.
No, we have to stop.
Dreams do come true in New Orleans.
Okay, yeah, so that was that episode. And again, we are planning a lot of upcoming cool episodes, like
And maybe a big ass event, who knows?
maybe a big ass event in December. Please consider becoming a patron on our Patreon at patreon.com/fangirlcentral, because we will be making more videos about topics that we don't have time to talk about on the podcast, like Doctor Who's returning in a month. Okay? Doctor Who's returning in a month. All right? And other things like that.
Yeah.
And
Like, so much
we'll have
stuff.
like exclusive stuff on Patreon where there's like videos. We have a Patreon only Discord. We have a whole bunch of stuff. Like somebody asked us to play Baldur's Gate, and we are not gamers, but I told that to Ben, and he was like, I would watch that. Like,
We'll do our best.
We will do our best. We're bad at it, but like my friend, he's a gamer. That's why
We
I
will
know that.
do our best.
And we will do our best at everything, just like we did with this episode. And even though we sobbed in it, I think that there's
really
some
nice.
there's some things to take from it. And
What
so
what you guys need to know, and know that we know, is that it's good to always
keep it chaotic.